Welcome to the Financial Podcast. Oh God, I haven't had a drink for ages.
Have you know what's wrong, mate?
No, I'm on the wagon. I've got the touch of the old COVID.
Ah, the vid.
The Wuhan thing. Whatever side of the fence you sit on, I've got a touch of it. Sorry, I'm the host of the Most Wayne. This is the man in the pitch for tits, Brendan. Hello. How did you enjoy Imola? Good, eh?
Yeah. I thought the wet tires were good.
Yeah, they did well there, didn't they? They made it around the track. That was a bit of a shame, wasn't it? Bit of a shame. But
They did the right thing, I think.
It wasn't about go on.
Even if it was practical to form a race, they shouldn't have. They did the right thing. It wasn't not correct.
It wouldn't have been in this. Yeah, in an area that's been devastated. You wouldn't go, oh, we're just going to go drive our cars around and go over again. But they couldn't get there anyway.
Do you think they should reschedule it? They're talking about possibly rescheduling it for the.
I can't see where they're going to do it.
The first week of the summer break. Instead of having that, they pop that one in.
Yeah, they could pop it in there, couldn't they? Yeah.
Do you think that's fair on the teams?
Well, what are you going to do? Just crack on. I mean, you're multi-million-pound earners. We're going to moan about them. Poor them. Well,
lads, go. It's 20 million quid $20 million into the pocket of the people of that area that they're now missing. That's an annual thing.
And why not? I mean, yeah. Oh, do I think it's fair on the team? Oh, please. For them. Oh, you can't.
We're here.
You've got to go race around in your cars again, you two. Really? It's going to be some. So, Monaco, baby.
Monaco. What were all the things that were going to happen by Monaco that you said? And then now we're at Monaco. What should have happened by now?
Well, now it's all out the window. Any slight nudge to my conspiracy theory, the whole thing topples. And this cancellation of a race, they're going to have to delay who they decide is going to be the number one driver. That's what we're going to have to delay.
Well, historically, Monaco's a third of the way through the season. Half the way through.
Half. There's never half. It's always quite close to the.
About a third of the way.
About a third of the way. It's the start of the European leg, isn't it? The start of the European leg.
What are we? We're 4 or 5 races in now.
It's looking to be a very. We're going to struggle for content. I think Monaco might be the only race, and it's not one for overtaking anyway, is it, Monaco?
Well, we were going to talk about our head-to-head battles. Did
you want to share that? Yeah, let's do this.
We could do that later instead of, because we've got to do our predictions, haven't we?
We've got our predictions to do for Monaco.
Results and predictions, so we could do our results to date. The head-to-heads and see how we're doing with that. Yeah.
What else can we talk about? What's in the news? What's been in the news? The rumor. How silly of me. We have a format. Okay, let's go to Pit Talk.
Yay.
Pit Talk. Okay, Pit Talk, let's have some news, sir. Have you got any news? I'm just going to put up some F1 news myself. I've been looking at it. There's been a lot of rumours.
But I have to say, Fred Vasseur, I do like the man. I'm glad he's getting a bit more airtime. I don't know how good a job he's doing at Ferrari, but in front of the press, he's doing a pretty good job.
Well, if you're wearing a corset, then and owning up to it on live on telly, that's a winner for me.
That's just one of the things he's done. I mean, he's like he was asked openly about the rumours that Ferrari have offered Lewis Hamilton 40 million to move to them next season, and he's like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that." Perfectly
40
well.
million as well. It's a lot of money.
At the stage of the season, you'll get a different story each week. And he said to them, he says that he talks to Hamilton every week. He's friends with Hamilton. They've worked together in Formula and GP2.
Yeah.
He talks to him every week. He doesn't have to discuss. He doesn't want to stop talking to him. He likes talking to him,
Yeah.
And he said 2 weeks ago that he said to the press, said that 2 weeks ago that Sainz would be going to Audi, and last week they said that Leclerc was going to Mercedes, so now he's got no drivers. So it's absolute nonsense, and they should just.
It's a nothing burger, as they say on the internet, on the interweb, isn't it?
Is that a thing? A nothing burger? I like that.
A big nothing burger.
There's a lot of nothing burgers out there, mate.
The news is. I think this is the consequence as well of a kind of a drab season so far. That there's just nothing.
I think there's some big news about Aston Martin's engine supplier. Honda have signed up with them. Honda are in and out of Formula One like a fiddler's elbow.
Well, that's one expression you could use for in and out. But yeah, it's just. But it's just nothing.
So they're coming back. They'll be Aston Martin's power supplier in 2026.
That is the usual sort of that. If that's news, then it's a really quiet season, isn't it? I mean, it's something that's going to happen in 3 years' time. Let's talk about that now because.
And do you want to hear some other breaking news?
Oh, breaking!
Fernando Alonso doesn't know what will happen in 2026. We could have seen that coming.
I know, especially at his age as well. Probably thinking. Would I still I'll still be in a top team, blocking the way of a future Formula One champion?
Yeah. There's no reason. Mike Crack says there's no reason he won't be here in 2026. I
can't see him stopping now. Alonso says Honda partnership shows Aston Martin's commitment to win. That's a nothing statement.
We would have covered this in the build-up to last week's Grand Prix if we'd had one. But Danny Rick was like 20 miles away from Imola the weekend before the Grand Prix.
So it's his fault.
And just in the village beside where AlphaTauri are based.
Oh, was he really? Who called that one? Who called that one, people? I can't imagine why.
He was at a friend's wedding.
Of course he was. Yeah.
Yeah, a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
He may or may not have popped into AlphaTauri for a seat
fitting. Yeah. I think he's watched our last podcast and gone, do you know, it's a cracking idea.
There's certainly some print media and some internet media websites that are running with stories of Nyck de Vries' imminent departure and how
there's been a time limit. Is it a race limit?
The next 3 races, yeah, apparently. But it's not a shock really. It's a hard thing. You've got to perform. You've got to deliver. And de Vries is, he's happy with that. He knows that that's the pressure that everybody he's under. He's got to perform. So
and let's not shove it in the wall. It's I feel a bit sorry for old Nick. He got it through one result. One result, wasn't it, really?
He's been an also-ran for a long time, and there's a reason why he wasn't in Formula 1 before this. We've said this before. So it's not a surprise that they're talking about Danny taking his seat. It's
not a surprise. Danny's sniffing around like an ex-boyfriend. Sniffing around. There's nothing worse. So what do we reckon? When do we reckon Danny Rick will be in that seat? Let's have a look at the F1 schedule. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a prediction when he'll be racing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah?
That's right. Going to do it. Let's have a look. By Britain.
Really? By Silverstone's normally the one before the summer break, is it? No.
Have a look. British Grand Prix.
When's the summer break?
9th of July.
Oh, so it must be after Belgium. Must be after Spa then is the summer break.
Then you get Hungary. You get a couple of weeks off. 9th of July, Britain. Hungary, then Belgium. We've been there.
Yeah.
I reckon by Britain, Danny Rick will be on the grid. if Nick doesn't pull his finger out. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I think
It's not unusual. Dare I quote old Tom? But it's not unusual for. Well, Red Bull have done it, and AlphaTauri have done it before. Just switching
Red Bull have
drivers
done
out.
what, 8 or 9 races, isn't it? And by then that would be
They binned off
That would be the
They bid
10th.
off Albon halfway through the season as well. Red Bull.
Yeah.
And Kvyat,
no,
they definitely
probably-
binned Kvyat off, didn't they?
Yeah.
They said, "Why don't get out of the car? Leave your girlfriend there."
Yeah, leave your girlfriend on that side of the that side of the garage.
Because we got Max coming in.
And leave your kid.
Oh no, you're not taking her with you.
You're not taking the kid either.
So yeah, I reckon Danny Rick will be in that seat by the British Grand Prix.
All right, we should make a note somewhere and remember to follow that up.
We'll follow that up. Yeah.
If we had any sort of integrity, we would do that.
And integrity is
What? If there's still people listening, somebody could
what? You mental?
Somebody could write a comment or an email to remind us to follow that up.
If someone's still listening, are you mental?
It's nice to dream.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all week. I've been ill with COVID. So,
have you been watching the internet? Have you been watching TV and stuff?
I've been literally, my life has been going to work, coming back, going to bed. I did watch. There's been a couple of they rerun some famous races over the weekend, didn't they? On F1 to cover it up, to give the fans something. So I watched I watched both of them. They had the Imola from 2004, I think it was, or 2003.
Was it in colour?
It was in colour, which is generally I'm a bit sound like, that's a bit too modern for me. But it was Alonso versus Schumacher.
Taking the horses off.
yeah. And stop pedaling. They had this thing called a combustion engine.
An internal combustion engine.
I say. And then there was another one. There was a 2008 Monaco Grand Prix, which was quite exciting as well. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I can't. As Monaco, we've talked about this before, but is Monaco a dead race? Is it over for Monaco? It's never going to be over because of the money.
Well, it's up again on the news, isn't it? That it's on a shaky peg, and that was one of the other news things. That there's a purpose-built European circuit, an old-fashioned circuit has been built. 16 corners, 4.1 kilometers.
Where is this circuit? Tell me of this circuit.
Hungary.
Hungary.
Balaton.
Hungary.
It'll be the largest in Central Europe.
Circuit. Let's have a look. Images. I want to have a look at this circuit.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what? As well, I'm looking at it right now. Podcast listeners. Italian project, New Hungary track. It's so wow. It just.
Oh wow.
I'm looking at two different ones. I think. Balaton Park. Is that it?
Yeah.
What's this one here? I'm looking at then, or is it just the way it looks? Oh, I see. That's the trajectory. There's another picture of one here. It looks like a generic Formula One track, though. It doesn't. There's nothing about it that.
It's wider, and it's been designed with bigger cars in mind.
Yeah.
So it will. If the car, one of the restrictions with Monaco is how narrow it is, and the car, and how long and wide the cars are, so they can't corner together. They can't. All that kind of stuff. So this has been designed to kind of deal with that. So that it's a bigger corners, wider corners, all that kind of stuff. Which will still be fun to drive, but it'll be safer for the bigger cars.
Well, I think they should make the cars the cars
smaller.
short. Yeah, they've been talking about it. Isn't that in the regulation next year?
Yeah, 2026. Our one live member of the audience has arrived.
What? We have a live member?
Yeah. We've at least one listener. He's only here while but
So there's two circuits called Balatron Ring, Wikipedia, Balatron Park, Balatron Circuit Hungary. I'm looking. Yeah, there's just there appears to be two circuits. Balatron Ring, is that part of the Hungary Open's new track? Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, yeah. You could read it tomorrow.
I could read it tomorrow. I'm just trying to look at content
for the listener.
What I want to see is it looks drab. It doesn't look fun. The problem is, with the longer the cars get, the wider the tracks get, the further people go away from the action. So that's why I don't think Monaco should go, because just, I don't know. I like the closeness of a street circuit. A little bit more dangerous.
You could build a Monaco specific car, couldn't they? How cool would that be? Separate budget, right? Separate budget, build a car. It's got to be maximum, 2/3 of the current car?
Yeah, go on.
It's got to be 2/3 the length and 2/3 the width of the current car. It's got to have, 4-cylinder engine, let's say, just make it smaller and lighter. And off you go and
That's
see what they come up with.
Or
One race.
Make them go around in go-karts.
Yeah, GP2 cars, Formula 2 cars, something
That's
like that.
it, because Monaco's a boring race now because of the car length. I mean, what was it last year? There was
It's all about qualifying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like last year, Vettel passed two people, and it was like, was it last year? And they're all going mad about it. Oh, you see those overtaken by Vettel. 2 cars have passed. It's just...
What's the maximum? What's the most overtakes there's ever been at Monaco?
Well, I suppose lapping a car, but actually getting past the car in anger is impossible. It's impossible. It was even watching some of the old races. They can't, back in the day, but they just can't get past, can they? I don't know. I love Monaco though. So, but yeah, I like it because of the closeness to. There's an element of you can't get rid of Monaco, but no. It is more of a scenery kind of race than it is,
So for the listeners, I sent Wayne a choice this afternoon. If you had 2 options, which would you choose? The 2 options were watching the Monaco Grand Prix A from a yacht with an all-inclusive drinks package in the marina alongside, or B in the pit lane with a pit lane pass.
And I would choose the yacht because why not? It's a yacht. It's Monaco. What? You could sit there in your trunks, in your speedos, having a.
Oh, please spare us.
Why not? I mean, yeah. But did you? I mean, looking at some of the yachts, I saw a little bit of a preview earlier on, and there was a yacht with a Ferrari on the front of it, an actual Ferrari car. Did you see that?
Nice. No, but I can imagine. So I just got the stats up, right? The average, the highest average for a Grand Prix track is Chinese with 50 overtakes on average per race.
Wow.
The Belgian, Bahrain, and Brazilian Grand Prix, all with Bs, have an average of 30 overtakes, right?
Right.
And that's in the last 20 years, okay?
Are these overtakes or not lapping or anything like that?
That's overtakes. Gains
official.
Gains in position over the last 20 years, right?
Yeah.
The average at Monaco over the same period of time is 12. That shows you, eh?
It's all you can hope for. Actually, is rain.
Monaco is 50. The average is 30, and
Monaco is 12. That's all I can hope for is some rain. I like Monaco in the I liked last year's, even though it went on for a bit. All that stop start.
It's looking like rain. Actually, I checked the weather forecast this afternoon.
Oh yeah, because you're there, aren't you? Obviously.
And
obviously,
I don't want to wear the wrong clothing,
Yeah. So who do you think? Well, we're not going to do predictions yet. We're still on pit talk.
Wouldn't it be cool if we had a whole segment?
I don't know
that?
if we just did predictions.
Have you forgotten the segment thing?
Oh, do you know, I've been so ill, I just don't understand what's going on anymore. Right, so Monaco.
Did you
Let's
ever
have a little.
Did you ever understand the win? Come on.
No. No. So when do you think this season's going to be wrapped up? We can make a prediction.
I reckon by Abu Dhabi, there's a good chance we'll know who's winning.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through. There is a lot of races this year, isn't there? Las Vegas, Brazil, Mexico. I reckon by Mexico, at least. Singapore, Japan, Italy. In Monza. So when do you think? Because it's got to be close now. I mean, there's no other challenger but Perez, is there? And he's not.
It's a long season, though, mate. You know,
I can't see. I can't see this season going anywhere good. Postponed. So it's postponed. Imola. Okay.
Yeah.
So, any other pit talk? I mean, there's not really a lot, is there? Did you want to do the comparisons?
Well, just look at the driver standings, right?
Right, driver standings. Let's have a look.
Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
Is 45 points behind Max Verstappen, right?
Right.
That's not a lot.
Couple of wins, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a lot.
The thing is, you just go on.
Being realistic about it, Red Bull have got a rocket ship. I wouldn't write Alonso off, and Perez is definitely in the mix. I think is a good way of putting it.
Unless Verstappen starts falling off the road, it's over for me.
Do you think already? 5 races in?
Yeah. This is worse than before when everybody thought Ferrari had just nailed it.
Well, it's funny all the people going, oh, Mercedes Red Bull fans when Mercedes were rocking it. Oh, this Mercedes dominance is boring. It's killing the sport. And now all of a sudden, what's his name? Max is.
What's his name?
Max has won this season after 5 races. And all the Mercedes fans are like, oh yeah, the Red Bull dominance is killing the sport.
That's it. Logan, when's Logan Sargent's time gonna end?
Mate,
he's got to be on a shaky peg with Nyck de Vries at the bottom here. Looking at the bottom.
I reckon so. But again, you know.
Oh, we're off.
Yeah, sorry about that technical
issues. Oh, you've brightened up on the face there. You've got another light on.
Have I? No.
Maybe it's a better connection. Maybe that's what it is. Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
What were we talking about? You paused at a concise moment.
No idea what.
We were talking about Logan Sargent, where we were
talking about the end of Logan Sargent. The audience feedback has worked. It's just a shame he doesn't have an internet connection to post comments.
So
we were talking about Logan Sargent and he's a rookie, and he is he gonna
step up?
Is he gonna be?
I can't say. I think sometimes I get I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He says I can get a little bit swept away with these youngsters, which is why your Danny Rick might as well. That's another. You're still not getting the right picture behind you, are you?
No, I'm not.
So, I mean, we could just move on to predictions. We could have a short one this week. I mean, there's not a lot to chat about, is there?
Not really. We could talk about off F1 topic subjects.
Go on. What were you thinking of talking about?
You know what we always talk about, Wayne. You know what I'm interested in?
Yeah, let's stick to F1. So,
All right.
so yeah, should we well, that's all the pit talk really. Oh, side pods. Side
Oh
pods.
yes.
Finally.
There's
This
been a
is
lot of discussion
I've seen
about
the side pods, the Mercedes side pods. If what would there be without the news of a Mercedes side pod?
it's it helps with the word count for the journalists. I think is one of the main motivators for it.
You think so? They brought new side pods. The W14, Mercedes revealed W14 upgrades, and immediately start sandbagging. Oh, that's a good picture. Yeah. Oh, I like that picture.
Yeah, you like that one. It's not a silver bullet, apparently, according to Toto.
No, but they always say that, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it must be worth it for them. A shot at Monaco. It's the only chance they've got to beat the old Red Bulls, isn't they? Really?
Yeah. Well, if they nail it in qualifying, like we were saying earlier, once whoever's out in front,
whoever gets that first corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
First corner in the lead. That's it. Unless obviously there's someone who's going to stick it in the wall like a.
What happened to Schumacher, eh?
Poor old Schumacher.
Shoot me when you need him. Oh, maybe George will get team instructions.
Oh, do you reckon?
Right. How's he getting on with it in the championship? Yeah, he's down in 6th, isn't he?
Who's this? Who are we talking about again?
George Russell.
Is he only 6th?
Carlos Sainz is further up the driver's standings than Charles Leclerc.
And he's the one tipped to be kicked out.
Yeah, both of them are this week though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, you can tell how much you're taking this latest news in. So we've got side pods for the Mercedes.
They look quite similar to the Red Bull, I think, is the upshot.
Yeah.
Although they do have, it's like the Red Bull side pods with the Ferrari vents on them.
Yeah.
It's a way of looking at it. You know, that kind of.
That if you're into your side pods, that is a good way of looking at it.
I think saying it's just side pods is a bit sloppy, to be honest. They've done massive changes to the suspension arms and the suspension setup.
Oh, right, okay.
They've done a lot of changes to the floor and the cockpit.
Have they pushed that seat back though?
I don't know if it's further back. But it's,
it just feels like that's been the trouble with the whole car is where he's sitting.
It's one of the things that he's commented on a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. Does it make it any faster? Who knows? I don't think it's going to be a
game changer for the team.
No,
it isn't, is it really? But well, we'll see. I mean, yeah. Should we scoot ourselves along to predictions then?
I'm ready to write it.
The predictions ready. I'm ready to do the predictions. We added up. We've already totaled the scores from the last race, haven't we? So it's only
Have you got the graphic of the teammate battle?
We could do that. Let me just get that graphic up.
You got it handy?
Well, it's in WhatsApp. You sent it to me WhatsApp, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, we could do the intermission.
Do the
graphic.
prediction. We'll do the prediction first, then we'll do that at the end. How about that?
All right, okay.
Okay, then. You give me all the info about Monaco while I find.
Monaco Grand Prix, right? Let's
Tell
so
us all
ladies
about
and
it.
gentlemen, boys
When
and
was the
girls.
first Monaco Grand Prix?
A minute.
Oh, okay.
Monaco Grand Prix, the first Grand Prix.
1930, 1910,
1950.
1950.
Yeah.
That's not when the first. No. Okay. Take your word for it.
It was 1929 when race engines first reverberated around the Principality. And that was a race with the Automobile Club de Monaco. But the race was first part of the calendar in the first year of the Formula One Championship in 1950. And it hasn't been off the calendar since 1955.
So what happened in 1955? Was that just
I think it back on. I don't know.
hasn't been off the calendar? So it didn't go through the war, did it? Did it? No.
I don't know. You need to look that up on a different page. Anyway, the circuit length is 3.337 kilometers. The race distance will be 260.286 kilometers. One of the shortest races of the season. But there is 78 laps. So yeah, there we go.
78 laps. They've changed it a little bit. They've they added a little bit of a chicane by the swimming pool in I think the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. No, actually late 70s. I must think that swimming pool.
Fastest lap.
Oh crikey! That's one of those laps you feel like you should know all the time, isn't it? Really? He says fastest lap ever. Is it
the fastest lap record in Formula One?
Oh, I'm going to say Schumacher. I don't know what the time is.
No.
Is it? It's not last year though, is it?
No, not last year. Now you guess.
But it's quite close to last year though.
What's close to last year but not last year?
No, because we've done this before, and you've gone, "Oh, the fastest lap was 2004 Montoya." You know, it's like we're talking about the types of cars and stuff like that. I mean,
just pick a number and get on with it.
I can't. I don't...
All right, it was 2021, and it was Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
And the time was 1 minute 12.909.
Okay. That's 1 minute 12.909.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got all that information. We're armed with it. As we can see, Brendan is leading our predictions by a healthy 7 points. That's a good. You could take a real killer, like a race loss, and you'd still, I think, be all right. Do you want to do your predictions first, sir? For
absolutely not.
Right. This is the only race, really. And you're saying it's going to rain?
Let me. I'll just
check the weather again. While I have a look. I'm going to put the lap time in. If it's going to rain, I mean, I'm going to give it a dry race lap time of 1 minute.
Sunday, there's a 74% chance of rain.
Jesus Christ. 1 minute 12. Well, I'm going to go above that lap time then. Going 1 minute 12.956. And my fastest lap is going to be. Whose is fastest round the corners though?
Slow corners.
It's all corners, isn't it? Really, basically.
Yeah, but slow corners, isn't it? It's not fast. All right, so the race is due to start at. Hang on. Let's see. It's due to start at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Local time. No, hang on. 3 o'clock local time.
Right.
And 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock local time. there's a 50% chance of thunderstorms, according to the Met Office.
Wow. That could just put. Do you know how am I going to do it? Who's going to do the fastest lap? I'm going to put Perez.
Oh yeah.
Perez for the fastest lap. Pole position. Who do I do? I go for it with Alonso. I'm going to go for it. Alonso for pole. Perez fastest lap, and the lap time of 1 minute 12.956. Unless it rains, we might as well stick another 10 seconds on that or more. But it's not going to. Right, okay. So I'm going to put Alonso to win this. I'm going to roll the dice on this. Okay, and then I'm going to go for Leclerc second, Verstappen third, Perez. Oh, no, I'm not going to put him. I'm going to put Sainz fourth, Perez fifth. I don't think Stroll's going to make it again. I think Stroll's on a shaky peg as well, isn't he? He's never going to be on a shaky peg. Why do I even bother saying it? He's never. Where's the GOAT? Let's put the GOAT sixth. He's going to have a tough race. Always line astern with Russell. I'm going to put the Hulk eighth. Norris.
Just look at another website for Sunday. The weather, 25% chance of rain.
Oh, you can't trust a weatherman, can you? Hey?
Nah.
Norris ninth. So we've got the Hulk eighth, Norris ninth, and let's put Albon 10th. Just
Albon 10th. Oh wow, you've really mixed it up there, haven't you?
Stop it. I could put Tsunoda there, couldn't I? I could put Tsunoda 11th, just to see. I'll put Tsunoda there. We'll put Tsunoda 11th with no points for that. Just to show you that I've still got it. How about that? Right. Who are you going to have pole, sir?
I think Charles Leclerc's going to do pole again.
You reckon he's not going to do his little gentleman's agreement like he did before, parking it up? Everybody knew what he was up to. Leclerc pole, fastest lap. What do you reckon?
I think it's going to be George Russell.
Wow. George Russell. And the lap time. We should do a little wet weather lap time.
I think 113 is going to be 113 and a half, I think.
0.5. Just 0.5?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What do we have a little guess if it's wet? Fastest lap time? What do you reckon?
Don't know.
You don't know.
Couldn't even guess how much slower they're going to go.
I reckon that, having watched a few wet Monacos, about 10-15 seconds extra between.
Wow.
Wow.
No, seriously, that's a lot. That's not a lot of difference, is it? But it is a lot of difference.
Well, it is in Formula 1, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
all right. I reckon. All right. Sergio.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon? Okay.
I don't think Leclerc's going to finish.
Oh God. He's had some bad luck at Monaco, though, isn't he,
yeah.
Leclerc?
I think Alonso second. Verstappen third. Then we'll have Russell, Sainz.
Russell fourth.
Yeah.
Sainz fifth.
Hamilton fifth, sixth.
Yeah, I'm looking for your picture. There is.
Yeah, he's on the left there.
There he is.
Yeah. And then we're going to have Stroll, Gasly.
You reckon Gasly's back on the gas?
Yeah. Stroll, Gasly, Nico Hulkenberg, and then Yuki's going to be 10th, I reckon.
I've only got one Yuki here.
Do you?
I've only
Oh
got
yeah,
one.
it's unusual he gets in the top 10.
He's never been needed.
Never needed two of them.
Well, I've got Yuki 11th there for no points whatsoever. And yeah, do you know, I do want it to rain. Something's got to shake this whole season up at the moment.
It would be good to see if these new tires work. You know, it's and isn't there a difference with qualifying this week that they were going to put in place last week?
I don't know, should we have
I'll
a
look at that and you
stop sharing the screen. Yeah. Let's save that. Save our Monaco predictions. I'm feeling kind of confident. So you're looking at, is it, what, there can't be much difference, can there?
No.
I'm gonna look
Who's
up.
who's won the Monaco Grand Prix the most?
The most?
Yeah.
Now, oh, Prost.
Ayrton Senna.
I was going to go Senna as well, but Prost has. But hang on, let me just have a look. How many times has Prost won it?
Don't know. It didn't tell me that.
Senna should have won it on his first. It was a very heavily washed out race in, I think it was 1984, and they called the race they red flagged the race. Senna was started at something ridiculously low down and was reeling in Prost for the win, and they stopped it, and they put the red flag out, and Prost pulled up but didn't cross the line, and Senna actually beat him across the line, but they didn't give it to him. It's a shame. He deserved it because the way he was racing in the 1984 Grand Prix was just phenomenal in the wet. But Senna was always good in the wet. Let's have a look. Monaco Grand Prix. Senna, how many times did he win it? Did he win it? 6 times? No, never.
Who's got the pole record? This tells you quite a lot.
Senna, not Senna. No, yeah, it's Senna. Oh,
Guess how many times?
9.
6.
6. Wow. Okay. Monaco Grand Prix. Let's have a look at this. How many people have fallen into the harbour? One driver did fall in the harbour, I think.
A friend of mine fell in one day.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I was waiting for it. But let's just do it now. Just do it now.
Right.
All right. Come on. Who fell into the harbour?
So we were in Monaco on a yacht. We were berthed over here in this corner here, where John F. Kennedy Drive comes out of the tunnel, down into the corner just there. So we were over here, and we came over here to the Formula One bar, which is down this way somewhere.
Okay.
And is it down there? Yeah, it's down on that bit there. And when we got to the bar, You're
joking me. You are joking. Keep going. Just keep going.
Dropped off again. The guest we had on board had provided us with quite a big, substantial bar tab behind the bar.
Oh Christ!
So as we came, in fact, we're the wrong way around. Actually, I've just looked at the picture better. We were berthed. Where are we? The Pirelli sign. We were berthed. The reversed it. The picture's reversed. We were on this side here. Formula One bar is over that side there. I don't know if you saw it. We were berthed here.
Oh, okay. To all our podcast listeners, he's pointing at a picture of Monaco.
Right. So it's obviously a port. There's big stone steps into the water. It was high tide when we arrived. low tide when we left.
Yeah.
We were very drunk when we were getting back in the boat, and my friend and colleague, as we were getting down the steps, he bounced down the steps, thump, 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 and feet in the water, knees up to his knees in the water.
Yeah.
And then we kind of laughed very loudly, and it took us quite a while to stop laughing and get into the boat. So yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Is it a deep harbour? Of course it is. It's going to be deep enough, isn't it? What a stupid question. So tell the podcast listeners all about your why you were there. Why were you there?
I used to work on a super yacht, and one of the best days of my life. It was one of those what's going on here? What am I doing here? Moments was walking from about here where we were birthed, just along here.
Okay.
Walk up and across this road here. Hang on, let me do it that way. From here.
Okay.
To here, up here. There's a pizza shop up here somewhere.
Yep.
And I bought a slice of pizza for the guest on board the boat, who happened to be basketball legend Magic Johnson, Irwin Johnson.
There you go.
A slice of pizza from a roadside little hatch in the wall, and then walked back across. And I remember thinking, I'm walking across the Grand Prix track with a pizza for Magic Johnson. This was in 1999. So he'd retired. He was there for a tournament, an exhibition tournament.
Yeah.
It's such a lovely man. Lovely man.
Magic Johnson. There you go, people. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Well, if you're still listening.
Yeah.
Was it close to race day, or was it just a normal day in Monaco?
No, it was just a normal day. I've never been when it's been set out for Grand Prix.
But you've gone around the whole track?
I walked down the track during that trip, yeah.
And how long did that take you, sir? Is it recognisable? I've seen films of it. I'm going to go there this year, obviously. But I've seen films of the track when it's not a race day and it's just completely unrecognisable.
There's some bits that are unrecognisable, some bits that are not. I would say that you recognise this sort of stuff more.
Up the hill, yeah.
Well, and the buildings.
Yeah.
You recognise the buildings. Obviously, the camera angles are a bit weird because when you're standing on the street, you're not seeing at the same angle. So if you can figure that out, the first corner, the one that goes down and to the right, that causes all the trouble. That is a lot steeper than you think it is.
What, up or downhill?
It disappears down the way.
Really?
Yeah, I remember thinking that. I'm like, wow, this is really, really quite steep. I wouldn't like to drive down this in a regular car.
So going up that hill after the first corner, is that quite steep as well? Because it looks steep on telly. You know what I mean, don't you? Before it gets to Casino Square.
So that's going up that road there.
Yeah. What's interesting as well is you don't realise how close the track is to either side. So when you're watching it on telly, you think, oh, this is just a normal track, but actually just behind one of the grandstands, the cars are going around the other way. You know, it's a very close. I am very much looking forward to going there. I've been to the south of France before, but only been to Cannes. Oh, not Cannes. Cannes in the north of France, is it Cannes? But they have the film festival. I've been there. Ridiculous amount of money just there. So I'm presuming Monaco.
Well, so when I joined that yacht, I flew into Nice, got the train to Cannes, met the boat in Cannes during the film festival.
Oh wow, yeah, nice.
That was a bit insane. Everybody's walking around in tuxedos, and I'm walking with my rucksack.
It's a funny, I went there on my honeymoon. It was a funny, ridiculously expensive experience. I remember that, but you could see the money. The shops don't sell just normal
first
stuff.
Time I went to Saint-Tropez, I asked my dad why there was no prices in the windows, and he said, if you need to know the price, you can't afford it.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's
definitely that kind of place.
Yeah. We couldn't afford to eat out twice in the same day, so we had to. So I think we were staying in the Hilton or something like that. I remember there was a pool on the roof. I remember that.
Nice.
And so let's look at these team battles.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do it while we've still got internet connection, people.
Oh, the picture just changed and I thought I was dropping off again. I was like, no!
So as we could see, our friend Alonso is crushing Stroll, but it doesn't matter. And next, Sonoda and our old friend De Vries. This guy.
That's good old Yuki, you know. Have we got our predictions?
What do you mean? What?
We did predictions at the start of the season for head to head.
Did we? I can't remember that, but we'll have to find. I'll dig them out, but I don't know where we did them. Was that the first podcast of the season?
Yeah.
I'll go back through. Be one of the only people who actually listens to or watches the podcast and find it. Science is beating the clerk. K-Mag is beating her. Hulkenberg's had a good shake of it though. I actually wouldn't have guessed that Hulkenberg would be that far behind K-Mag. He's had a better time with it, I thought. Do you not think? I thought you'd frozen then.
No, I'm looking for the...
Don't just do the whole freezing thing. Terrible trouble with connection, mate. Norris Piastri, that's as it should be, I think, for Norris and Piastri.
You think?
Yeah, Norris 4, Piastri 1. Gasly, Ocon. Ocon's not going to be happy with that, is he?
No, especially coming into a new team.
Yeah.
And beating the established teammate 3-1.
Yeah. Verstappen, Perez, pretty even. Bottas and Zhou Guan Yu, about the same. Hamilton's been above Russell. They always thought Russell was having a better shake of it, but no. But
yeah,
this is
unusual.
This is the big red flag, isn't it, Mr. De Vries?
Yeah.
He's
Stroll.
And Stroll, but Stroll's never going to get binned from the team.
There's got to be a point where Mike Crack just goes, mate, we're dragging our arses here.
Yeah.
All right. If you put Lando Norris in that car.
In the oh wow, that's a good little call there. Lando Norris is almost like that. Like I say, if he doesn't get, I can't see him. If he doesn't get out of
Leclerc in there.
Oh my god.
I think that's the seat, you know.
Do you think people
from a commercial point of view, right? Aston Martin need to win a championship, right? They want to win a championship. They're not going to do it with Stroll performing like that. with the other driver performing like that.
Do you think the rest of the team sort of like laugh at it behind, Lawrence's back?
Fuck yeah. If anybody from Aston Martin is
at some point, then he's going to start
let us know.
Getting low respect from people because they keep putting your boy in the seat. But I don't know. Nyck de Vries, Great Britain. Danny Rick will be in that car. I'm on my. Did he really Did he really get a seat fitting? Danny Rick.
I don't know, mate. It said that on the internet and it was in colour.
Oh, the internet, and it's always truth. It's always truth on the internet. It's not awash with
truths, man.
Fake news or anything like that, is it? The internet, interweb. So, do you think old Lance Stroll might get lucky this weekend? No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Nyck de Vries definitely won't. Nyck de Vries had better have a good race. Well, he's doomed.
What old doomed?
Doomed. I think that's about it, mate, isn't it? We finally stumbled our way through it.
Yeah.
All of them. We've had a terrible connection, people. So that's why we've stumbled away through it. And let's be honest, it's not been the most busiest news week for the Formula One, is it? I mean, come on.
No.
The rumour mill. I mean, not even a lot of content's come up on my YouTube as well. People aren't making videos. There's nothing to talk about except. Well, there's nothing to talk about except that there was a cancelled race which we're going to try and fit in at the summer break.
Shall we go back to full screen?
Let's go. Stop sharing. Let's close this thing off. There we go, people. This has been the F1 Show podcast. We stumbled away through it. with such a poor connection.
We hope you've enjoyed it.
We hope you've enjoyed it. We've struggled.
Like, subscribe,
Click
ring the
like
bell.
and subscribe. Just ring the bell or wherever. Pop us an email. Just tell us we're bad. Like some kind of masochist. Tell me I'm bad.
Troll. Go on, be a troll.
Be a troll even. We don't even get trolled. We're so low on the pecking order of F1 podcasts. Yeah, and we'll see you after the Monaco Grand Prix, where we'll catch you on the other side. And I'll be a little bit more sprightly. Still suffering from that COVID thing. I've lost some weight, though, mate. Crikey.
Hey, good on you, eh?
Hey?
What's your secret?
Don't eat.
There we go.
It's revolutionary.
You heard it here first, people. I think the phrase you're looking for is intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting or just getting ill.
I fast in between every meal.
That's right. You're not eating right now. You're fasting right now, sir. Look at that. Dropping off him. It's dropping off him. That's it. Okay, you've got to keep hydrated when you're doing the intermittent fasting.
Keep hydrated, yeah. Especially in this heat.
And on that bombshell, people, this has been the FM1 Show podcast. I've been your host, Nice Wayne. That's been the man in the pits, freezing with the tits.
See ya.
See you later. Bye.